Imagine waking up to a silence you've never heard before. No alarm, no AC, no phone buzzing. You grab your phone, but the screen is dead. You step outside and notice something terrifying. Every house, every streetlight, every car charger, completely off. America, for the first time in history, is experiencing a total, unexplained blackout. Nobody knows why. This is the story of what happens when the world's most powerful nation loses electricity for 72 hours. No internet, no banking, no hospitals, no water pumps. A country built on technology is suddenly thrown back into the 1800s. And what unfolds next will change America forever. At 7:12 a.m. Eastern Time, the entire U.S. power grid shuts down simultaneously. New York, Florida, Texas, California. Every state goes dark at the exact same second. People think it's a normal outage until they realize phones don't turn on, cars with electronic ignition won't start, and Wi-Fi is completely gone. Traffic collapses instantly. Thousands of cars freeze on highways because modern engines depend on electronic systems. Grocery stores can't open because doors are electronic. Banks can't access servers. ATMs die. Money becomes useless. In hospitals, nurses manually pump air for patients because ventilators stop. Backup generators start, but within minutes, they fail too. Then something worse happens. Military backup networks used during nuclear war also collapse. This is no accidental outage. This is something. Night falls, and America turns into a different country. No lights anywhere. Cities like Chicago and Los Angeles become pitch black, and people see stars they've never seen in their lives. Families gather outside, waiting for news, but no radio or TV works. Rumors spread like wildfire. Cyber attack, EMP, solar flare, government sabotage. Nobody knows what's real. People sit inside candlelit rooms, fearing what tomorrow will bring. Day 2 begins with chaos. The food supply chain collapses because refrigeration has stopped. Milk spoils. Meat rots. Frozen food melts into liquid. People with medical conditions suffer first. Insulin spoils. Dialysis stops. Life-saving medications can't be produced. Fights break out at gas stations because pumps don't work without electricity. Water systems fail. Toilets don't flush. Tap water slows to a drip because pumps rely on power. Police departments receive hundreds of emergency calls but can't coordinate because radios and computers are dead. The U.S. government tries to activate satellite communication. A single emergency message reaches the public using analog frequencies. Remain calm. Stay indoors. But America does not remain calm. Communities turn tribal. Neighborhoods. On day 3, the U.S. government releases the first shocking update. A hidden facility under Cheyenne Mountain discovers that the blackout was not caused by a cyber attack, an EMP, or a natural phenomenon. Instead, it was triggered from inside the American power grid. Someone activated a Cold War-era override system built in the 1970s, designed to shut down the nation in case Soviet forces infiltrated nuclear defenses. The government believed the system was disabled decades ago, but it wasn't, and someone found it. The worst part, the system has no off switch. Once activated, it forces a 72-hour blackout that cannot be interrupted. America is trapped in a failsafe built by its own ancestors. Exactly at the 72-hour mark, the grid reboots. Lights flicker back to life across the nation. Phones buzz. Internet returns. Cars restart. People run outside cheering, crying, hugging, relieved to finally escape the darkness. But relief turns to fear when Washington reveals the truth. This was intentional. Someone intentionally activated the Cold War override. Someone with deep access. Someone still unknown. The blackout was not an accident. It was a demonstration. A test. America returns to normal, but nothing feels normal. The country suddenly understands how fragile modern life is. For 3 days, Americans lived in a world without electricity, without technology, without connection. Many quietly admit it changed them. Families talked more. Communities protected each other. People noticed nature again. The stars looked brighter. But one silent fear remains. No one knows who caused the blackout, or whether they plan to do it again. And deep inside the Pentagon, one classified question remains unanswered. Was this an attack or a rehearsal? America may never know, but the next blackout might not end after 72 hours.